Welcome up, welcome up, welcome up. Welcome up, Soul Family. Welcome up. I'm in a new location today. I really wanted to come out and just enjoy nature, and I'm beginning to glow again. In fact, I started turning red. I noticed my skin start turning a little red. So I guess I'm just getting a little warm. Maybe I'll Google why am I turning red. Welcome up. My name is Missy Levin, and you know when you're here, you're always in the right place at the right time. At the right place at the right time. Or in the right place at the right time, whichever way it goes. You know what I mean. So I came out today again because I really wanted to enjoy nature. Before I get started, I first want to give honor and praise to the Most High, Mother, Father, Spirit. I just heard Sirius B. I'm gonna throw in Sirius A in there as well. Uh, the Council, the 3-3, my ancestors, uh, the archangels, Michael, Gabriel, Metatron. Just want to give thanks. Whatever you are experiencing right now is for your good. It is for your growth and knowing who you are and to develop your spiritual knowings. Okay? So here's what I got when I was walking out here in nature. And maybe I'll flip the camera around so you can look at it. Is that you can see behind me all those hues of color, especially the green. You know, and when I thought about green, we think about the heart chakra, right? So, and there's different hues of the color here. And it just made me ponder and think, why do humans give so much concern about the different hues of us? Nature doesn't care. The only ones who care are those who created the difference and why we're so different from each other, but we're not. We've never been different. Okay? The only difference is how we treat ourselves. The only difference is our consciousness. That's the difference. Okay? There is higher consciousness and then there's lower consciousness. But both resides in us as a human. We have to be the ones to decide how we want to operate in this world. So everything is a choice. We choose how we live, and I just heard we also choose how we die. But dying doesn't mean we just are in a coffin dead. We can be the walking dead. The walking dead, you know what they are. You can Google it. Just walking around without a soul. Okay? And most of the walking dead are those who allow lower entities to tell them what to do. And then once they succumb their own will and power to negative forces begin to invade the body like parasites and leeches, and then it takes over. I know you heard of the reprobated mind. All this is just coming up because I didn't know what Spirit wanted me to talk about today, but we'll just go for it. Look up reprobated minds, okay? All right? Some humans think, being a mean girl group or being just mean to people, whether you're men or women, it doesn't matter, that makes them cool. Actually, it just demonstrates their insecurities or who they are. Okay? And then they allow the people in these groups or cults, I just call them all cults, allow people to rule over them and give them ideas of who they should be. You know where those ideas came from? If a person's not happy with who they are, and then they're giving you messages of who you should like, who you shouldn't like, or who you should delete, who you should be with, who you should not be with it, that comes from lower entities. Who wants to follow a lower entity? No one wants to do that. Well, maybe those who live without a soul, or those who don't know who they are, so they gravitate to people who they think are leading them in whatever path. Know who you are. Okay? So I've been sitting with this message for a few weeks now because I saw that movie, what was it? Mission Impossible, The Reckoning, right? So in short, if you haven't seen it, you may want to click off right now because I'm going to start talking about it. So in the whole premise of that movie stems from the previous movies as they led up to this, right? Talking about an entity that can influence your mind. Now, the movie talks about an entity that can influence your mind. Let me say that again. The movie talked about an entity that can influence your mind, and it wanted to take over the world. It wanted to cause war. It wanted to cause rumors. It wanted to cause chaos. So if you are around people, you know someone, maybe you're doing that. I don't know. But know that that's not the work of being in a higher energy. Oh, I'll take that as confirmation. All right? So even in this movie, this entity wanted to take over everything and cause dissolution and cause mass death, cause mass destruction all over the world. So just know that this really exists. This exists even in our timeline now. That's why I don't even watch the news at all. So I can't tell you about any global events, and I can't tell you about any political things that are happening because I really don't care. All right? And the reason why I don't care is because I know there's a higher source. There is only one source that's really in control. Okay? Humans are not in control. They think they're in control, but they have never been in control. All right? I follow the number one source. I channel messages for number one source, and that is the Most High, Mother, Father, Spirit, because I know who I am. I know who I walk with. I know who walks within me, who lives within me, and where my guidance comes from. And that is what we're being charged to do right now. So just know that entities really do exist. Don't let anyone fool you, all right? Out of who you are and out of your birthright. Don't let anybody fool you. No one can and should tell you what to believe and who to believe in. Believe in what source is giving you on the inside. I met a man months ago, and he was telling me he was just leaving church, okay? And we was having this conversation about God, and he said he was a sinner. He knew he was a sinner, and all these things about who he was and how he really wanted God to help him and all these things. And I said, well, you know, God is not in the sky. God lives inside of you. He said, no, he doesn't. And I paused, and I gave him, I sit in him spiritually and in silence, a silent prayer. Because again, he just came from church and didn't recognize that God lives inside of him. Sit on that for a second, all right? And if we are not mindful of what we allow in our spirit, that's from social media, it's from what we eat, it's from what we talk about, the music we talk about, the people you lay with, people you don't lay with, the people you eat with, the people you gossip with, all those you create and stir up entities. And if we are not careful, they will begin to take over your mind and your spirit. All right? So know that you are loved. Know that you've always have been loved. Okay? Know that you are free. You've always been free, unless you give up your freedom. And the first thing you give up in your freedom is not your physical body as of yet, it's your mental capacity. Know that you are wealthy. Know that you are healthy. Know that you are expansive. Okay? That's my affirmation I give every day to myself. I am healthy, I am wealthy, and I am free. Say it with me. Or put it in the chat. Okay? I am healthy, I am wealthy, and I am free. I met a woman a few weeks ago, and just random, and she was talking about how she saw me, spiritually speaking with her husband who was on his deathbed, and a woman came in and talked to him and said, God's not ready for you yet. And I said, you know what? I believe that, because I know who I am. I know all the dimensions, past lives, and I know what I'm here to do. I'm here to awaken, I'm here to quicken, and I'm also here to be a catalyst for others to learn and grow who they are. Love you. We're all free. If you want to be, be free. Be who you were designed to be. Love. Unconditional love.